How you doing, guys? Welcome to the HTML Jobs or Email Developer channel. Sorry, I've been gone for a while. Man, I've been working on a lot of campaigns at one time, and a couple of those email campaigns, as far as the development coding perspective, had 7 different versions. So again, when you come in email development, you may be thinking just one uh, HTML template here and there. If you would like a global company, you're probably going to be doing several different versions of a campaign. So actually, it would be like maybe 7 templates in one campaign. So just keep that in mind when you get with these big Fortune 500 companies or whatever. But again, let's get back to it. So this is again, my website is emailcapital.com. I try to list most current dates as far as jobs and most current jobs available for email developers. I'm noticing a lot of these jobs are taking a while to fill. I mean, months at a time. I don't know if they don't have qualified candidates or not, but I'm just noticing it's taking a while, and I think that's an advantage for you guys to get in on and try to see if you could qualify for these jobs. But these jobs are not getting filled as soon as possible. It's taking a while. Let's go on to this job right here, TRC companies, and this job has been here for a minute. So I mean, like I said, you guys should try to come in on these jobs and try to try to talk to the hiring managers, try to get a rapport with the agencies or whatever that's working with these companies, and see if you can try to get in that way. There's different ways you can try to get in and communicate and try to work with these companies to try to develop a relationship to try to get these email developer positions. So let's start off with the role. It says this position will collaborate with internal and external project stakeholders through all stages of a project and provide design leadership to ensure that projects are on target, on time, within budget and brand. So this is what they're looking for: intermediate understanding, design principle, branding, software, and general marketing strategy and goals. So I'm just thinking they're talking about, they just want you to know about general email marketing, just branding. You know how branding is. They talk about branding their products or whatever, the type of software they want to use, and the designs that they want to use. There's certain designs that they go about when they're branding their projects or whatever, as far as their strategies and their goals. Um, Design dynamic digital email prototypes using Adobe XD and Photoshop. So I don't know if they wanted you to actually design um, these prototypes, because I mean, as email developer, I wouldn't think that you'd have to do that. But then again, it's some things on my job that I do that I didn't know what I was going to do. But so when they say email prototypes, I guess they're thinking about certain designs that they want you to do in Adobe XD or Photoshop. Um, but it just depends. I'm not too clear on that, but that's what I'm assuming. So it says translate Adobe XD prototype designs into responsive HTML emails with Adobe Dreamweaver. So I think this is what they're saying, because I've done this, but of course they're going to be responsive when you code them. Now this is how I work with Adobe XD. So what happens is the creative team sends me, the creative or the images or the template in XD sometimes. A lot of times I get them in PSD files, Photoshop files, and sometimes XD. All I do is save them as a PNG form, and I export them to my local folder, and it comes out as a PNG form. Then I upload it into Photoshop. That's what I do, and then that's when you go and when you start coding, you're going to implement that image into your Dreamweaver. So that's what I do. So that's probably what they mean about translating Adobe XD designs into responsive, emails into Dreamweaver. So basically, creative team sends me, they send me the images or the templates in XD. I export them out as a PNG file, and once I export them out as a PNG file, I'm able to load them up to our system that we have to place these images into this holding department or holding software, and then that's when you implement it into Dreamweaver, and there you have it. So that's what they mean by that, translating Adobe Proto designs. It sounds way complicated than it is, but I have to break it down and let you know what it meant. Otherwise, before I first started as an email developer, I probably wouldn't have known what that meant anyway. Just as well as you wouldn't know. Next thing it says testing all emails through email testing platforms to ensure design consistency, deliverability, and responsiveness. So basically, Litmus email on acid. So you're testing these emails. You just sending them out and testing them and make sure they're looking good on all platforms, client platforms. What I mean by client platforms, I mean Gmail, AOL, Yahoo, iPhones, what else? Android. So that's what that means. You go and send your email out, and you make sure on all these clients or platforms that they're looking, that the email design is consistent, and that's what they mean about testing them and making sure they're consistent and they're responsive as well. Because sometimes they're responsive in one client and may not be responsive in another client. So you want to make sure that everything is consistent across the board with the email that you send. Again, most people use Litmus. We use Litmus. Other people use email on acid. Next thing it says build responsive HTML templates and lead generation landing pages. Now that's different from what I do. The lead generation landing pages. So they're probably going to want you to create landing pages as well. Now, when I first started getting email development, they said you have to have three newsletters. The main ones is a promotional newsletter, and transactional. And then they said optional is a landing page. Now, when I started my portfolio, I did have one landing page on there. I think I might have took it off because I wasn't seeing too many people that was asking for that. But that doesn't mean that people don't ask for it. So a landing page, sometimes these companies want you to build those landing pages as well. So you might want to just look at a few YouTube videos and everything and try to learn that. But if you know HTML and CSS, landing page is not hard to build at all. They're not. It could be like a simple page with email capture where they want, you put your email in and submit your email when you subscribe to a channel or whatever, or a course. But landing page is pretty simple. Work to ensure the team is following the latest best practices in email design. So they just want to make sure you know about email designs. They just want to make sure you have the skills and the experience as far as email design. So that's all that means. Latest best practices. I mean, whatever they're using as far as email design, they just want to make sure that you know how to comport yourself when you're working with email designs within their system or what they're using. So it says manage the email calendar and make recommendations to email cadence planning and strategy. This is popular software. I think they call Confluence or Jira. So a lot of times congruence is what we use to set up all our dates and of when our campaign is going to start. And that's what we do. Jira is more of a ticket, a page where you software where you put your project in there, and all of your maybe your creatives or images or whatever it was you're using to. Some people use spreadsheets. Some people use Word documents to give you instructions on how to build your email template. So that's basically what they're referring to. And again, congruence has a calendar, and that's what you can plan everything out on. It's called congruence, if I'm pronouncing it right. Um, so, in the saying, assist with quality control of all aspects of email communications, including links, email, and landing page. Now, what they're talking about is just just QCing your work, um, communicating with just various I say project managers or design teams or whatever about your links or your email or your landing pages or anything as far as the subject lines. Just making sure everything is segmented through the email process. So that's what they're talking about. I mean, just quality control over all those things. Links, email, landing pages, content, subject lines, whatever. You want to make sure, even the segmentation, you want to make sure all that stuff is lined up and all that, everything is, precise and consistent, and everything is working good well together. So that's pretty much what that means. So again, this is a TRC. They also have some benefits as well, but this job is paying 70 to $85,000 an hour yearly, annually. I'm sorry, annually. Not bad at all for if it's someone that's just getting into email development. Um, Again, if you have more experience than what they're asking for, you probably can get up to the 85K. So they have medical, dental, vision. They also have paid holidays off, which is cool, plus PTO or 401 plan and K plan, and they have a long-term and short-term disability. Again, guys, they're asking for 3 years of experience in using Eloqua. I've heard of Eloqua, but I never used Eloqua. And I think it may be some type of email service provider software. I'm not sure. It may be more than that, but I'm sure that component is uh, within Eloqua as well. But I've seen it before. But I mean, I don't think it's hard to use. I mean, a lot of these softwares are kind of like the same. It's just different ways of and variations or different variable buttons or whatever that they use though. But sometimes companies use them differently as well. So HTML, HTML5, CSS for authoring and debugging responsive emails. Again, as long as you know this, you'll be able to customize, debug responsive emails or whatever you need to do, as long as you know HTML and CSS. But I'm sure they're going to give you a guideline on how you should go about doing that. Again, testing platforms such as Litmus or Email on Asset. Again, those are the two popular ones, as I stated earlier. Test and monitor campaigns, compatibility with all web browsers and device pass QA. So when they say web browsers, this probably is more pertaining to the landing pages because emails doesn't have anything to do with web browsers per se. So that's what they're talking about. You're going to test this when you send out the emails. Well, and you're also going to make sure with landing pages that everything in the web browsers are showing up and it's compatible with the landing pages. Experience with email automation and life cycles programs such as Oral Eloqua. So I think they just want you to know how to do email automation within this program. And if you have that skill right there for this program, that'll be good. Like I said, I don't hear about Eloqua a lot, but I have seen it a few times. Experience in email design and code best practices. Well, you know what that is. Email designs. Using tables and email design. So you know what that is. Maybe media queries or responsive emails. So you guys know what that is. Understanding of content management systems, CMS. That's kind of like WordPress. I don't know if they have some other ones out there, but I primarily use WordPress. So that's what they're asking for. And if you know WordPress, it's other ones out there. I can't think of the other name of the other one that I've seen before, but they're all the same. The content management systems like WordPress and other software like builder software, they pretty much don't change that much. So one, you can figure out the other ones, especially if you're You have HTML and CSS. Also, guys, so next they said they want in-depth knowledge and hands-on experience of UX, UI, Adobe XD prototyping. Not sure what that is. Again, I explained earlier what way how I use it, but and like I said, this it sounds complex, but if you actually do the job, you probably can break it down and make it sound uh, just way simplify it way better than this. But I'm not sure what that is. It may be have something to do with what I do. I don't know, but again, if you have that experience, that'll be a great thing. Highly fluent in Adobe Dreamweaver and hand coding. It's just meaning you're coding in this editor. You're coding your HTML template in Dreamweaver, and Dreamweaver is one of those popular Adobe editors that you use. So that's all that means. That's what I use when I code all of my emails. I code them in a Dreamweaver. Expert in Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and XD. Just be familiar with these. Expert, no. They're trying to, you heard of the word low hanging fruit, high hanging fruit. They're trying to get the best of the best of the best. So they're gonna make it sound like they need an expert. But no, just have the knowledge of be familiar with Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator. I haven't used Illustrator and XD, so just be familiar with those. Expert, not so much. And they said excellent teamwork, communication, and time management skills are must. Guys, this is a biggie here. I've been telling you guys about this. This is huge right here. You're not going to just be coding with your head down all day. You're going to be talking to people just as much as you code. Sometimes even more when it comes closer to the deadline, you're going to be talking even more than your code on some days. You're like, man, I can't even get my coding done because I'm talking to other people about what do we need to finish this project. So trust me, when that deadline times come, and man, they're going to be on you, the PMOs, and you're going to be communicating with them most of the day. And man, you're going to hardly get any coding done on some days when that happens. Proficiency in Microsoft Office Suite. I haven't had Microsoft Office Suite, haven't ever used it. I'm just, they probably have different products. I have we have the email through Microsoft, and that's about it. So I can't tell you too much about Microsoft Office Suite. Experience in or interest in the advanced transportation and energy industry. So I guess if you have any transportation and energy industry experience, then that would be a plus for you. That may give you up to that 85K. Ability to assist the updating existing design projects across multiple client and event channels. So they're just saying just being able to assist with the different designs when it comes to rendering your emails to multiple clients. Again, I explained those AOL, Gmail, Yahoo, etc. And when they say event channels, they're thinking more of with the landing pages as far as making sure you can assist with the design projects in event channels. I'm thinking they're talking about landing pages. So guys, also they let's go over these real quick. Experience with Adobe Illustrator. Haven't had that experience before myself. InDesign, I've heard of that, but I don't have that experience. I couldn't tell you about that one. Premiere, unfamiliar with that. HTML5 animation, GIF animation as it pertains to email design and best practices. I've used a GIF when I first started, only one time. It wasn't that difficult to put in to your HTML code at all. But I only used it one time. So I wouldn't say I have great experience in it, but I am familiar with it. Expertise in working with mobile and desktop dark mode. Now I heard of dark mode before as well. I think I have one dark mode HTML template on my portfolio. I'm not sure, but make sure you know about dark mode as well. Again, it's not nothing that's too complicated that you won't understand. Knowledgeable of nuances that exist in older versions of Microsoft Outlook and how to adjust for best visual performance across all versions. I'm not familiar with what they're asking for there. We do use Microsoft Outlook. That's what I do my testing in Microsoft Outlook. Uh, I do it through Litmus, and then I do it through Microsoft Outlook when I send the email to myself to see how it looks. So I don't know when they say older versions. I'm not familiar with how they implement this practice with older versions. So I just know about the up-to-date version that we use right now. And working with WordPress website pages. Again, this is when they pertain to the landing pages because they're probably going to be building those landing pages in the CMS, which is WordPress. And that's why they want you to be familiar with working with WordPress, because that's where they're going to be building their landing pages. Again, guys, this job has been up here for a while. So, I mean, I don't know if they're having issues with people, qualified candidates. See, it's like May 17th. So, again, guys, you might want to, try to get in there and talk to some people, talking to some high managers or whatever, and see what they're asking for and what they really need you as far as a qualified candidate. Again, this is the HTML email developer and HTML jobs channel. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Take care.